Hey guys, it's Doge here, and today I'm going to be doing a story time. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera. I am using a cell phone to record this, not my computer, and this is hard. Anyway, I'm going to be doing this story time about my crazy teacher in 5th grade. Okay, 5th grade. It's all good. For most people, that's the last year of elementary school, and it was for me. And so it was my first year in a new state, so I was going to the school, and I thought it was gonna be really cool and everything. And on the first day, it was awesome. I had this awesome teacher. We always had these like little celebrations throughout the month, because it was a dual language school, and she was from Peru, and she would bring these Peruvian like drinks and snacks and everything, and so she was really cool and she was really funny. And then all of a sudden one day, because it was a really small school, there was only 35 kids in the whole school, and I was the only 5th grader. So one day, the kindergarten teacher got everyone in the whole school to sit down in the kindergarten room, and we all sat down there, and she's like, "I'm sorry to say, but the teacher of the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, we had to let her go." But they didn't let her go. She quit because she lived about an hour away and she couldn't move there. And I remember I was crying. I went to the bathroom and I started crying because it was a really good teacher. I loved her. And then anyway, we got another teacher, and he was really, really cool. We would do these music activities where we would have to, because he was really into music, he would play songs for us and everything. And one day, we would always, at different days, we would do these little games where you say try to find how many instruments are played in this song, or try to find the harmony in this song. And it was really fun, and you would win prizes if you won. And he was really funny, and he really helped us with our work. A lot of teachers at that school weren't really teaching, but he was actually teaching us really good, giving us the state centers what we needed to learn. And well, anyway, one day the principal sits us down, and the principal was kind of cool, kind of crazy, and she sat us down, and then she's like, "I'm sorry, but your teacher had to be let down. We did not have enough money in the budget to pay for him because we didn't have enough students at our school." So that made me cry again, but don't worry, I wasn't the only one crying. A lot of people were crying because we were sick of our teachers. And I remember me and my friends, we were being so sassy to the principal. The principal was like, I'm sorry. And we're like, why is that always our teachers? The kindergarten teacher doesn't get kicked out. The 1st and 2nd grader doesn't get teacher doesn't get kicked out. We were being so sassy, but it was so worth it after you figure out what this principal was doing. So we needed a teacher, obviously, so the principal became our teacher. So at first everyone was like, oh, this is pretty cool, because we didn't know her that well, because we didn't see her that often. Well, anyway, she would bring her dog into school, let it run around the classroom as we weren't learning. She didn't teach us. So as we were sitting down doing nothing, the dog would run around the classroom. It was a little dog. It was cute. Well, anyway, things started getting really bad. So we got a new 5th grader. So I wasn't the only 5th grader, and I developed this really good bond with the other 5th grader. And me and her were just laughing all the time. We were literally the class clowns. At recess, we would come back just laughing so hard. She makes one face, I laugh, I die laughing. I make some stupid face, she dies laughing. We were really good friends. And so we were just laughing and laughing all the time. It was such a fun place. The 4th graders were hanging out with us, laughing all the time. It was such a good place. Well, anyway, there's so many different times. Well, yeah, so I'll say one of the scenarios. So all of us got these Chromebooks, and then when we first got the Chromebooks at the school, if you were in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade department, you got this note, and you brought it home, and they would say, this means that my child could bring the Chromebooks home, but has to bring it back the next day, and if they break or damage it or anything, it's $300. So I didn't get mine signed because I was like, I am not going to pay $300 just in case something happens to it. So anyway, then I remember this, she was like, plug in your computers after you're done. She was like already in a bad mood for no apparent reason. She's like, plug in your computers after you're done. Okay, so then this one third grader, she's walking over there, and then she's going to plug in her computer. So we were all walking out of the classroom already, but the third grader was like kind of like late, like slow going, so she was like trying to get over there to plug in her computer, and she plugged it in, and then the principal walks in to turn off the lights, and she's like, why are you still in here? Don't you realize all the class is out there? And then the poor little third grader's like, no, I'm sorry, I was just plugging in my computer. And then she's like, well, you should really do that before we all go out, so that way I don't have to be watching you when I want to leave right now. What? And I remember I just wanted to like give her sass. I just wanted to give her sass. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why are you like this? And then she would just be in random bad moods like every day. But this one story, this one scenario that made them all, and then she would always make like mad faces, go like, oh, why are you doing this? Oh, why are you doing that? Like, she would always be like that. But this one story tops them all. So one day, me and the fifth grader, were walking in from recess just laughing. We had this like hilarious time at recess. And all of a sudden she's like, stomps over there, and then she's like, really? You want to be laughing when it's not even recess anymore? Oh my gosh, you guys are unbelievable. This, and go where you belong. And she sent her to the kindergarten room. So the other fifth graders sitting there in the kindergarten room just didn't know what to do because supposedly she belongs there. Anyway, we walk up, and then the teacher's like, will you go down there to get her so that way I don't... And she's like, and make sure that she's not laughing or anything because I need her to act like a civilized fifth grader. So I'm like, okay. I walk down there, and I'm like, I'm not going to be my friend's babysitter. I'm going to get her, and we're going to be laughing, and we're going to walk up the stairs laughing. I don't care. I get her, and we're walking up, and then I trip on the stairs. That's like hilarious. So we start laughing and laughing, and then by the time we get to the classroom, we're just barely giggling. Well, anyway, the teacher hears it, and she's like, why? I told you to go down there and get her, not be laughing with her. I wanted you to like babysit her, not be laughing with her. And this. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, I tripped on the stairs, it was really funny, this. And she's like, I don't care. You guys should not be laughing after I discipline her, then you guys are still laughing. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, and it's already towards the end of the day. Like, this is like, now, it's like really close to the end of the day. By the time there's this tension between us. Then we're leaving, like, we're getting our backpacks ready and everything to go home, finally. And then the other fifth grader, she starts crying. I'm like, it's okay, the teacher's really rude. And I forgot to mention, we always called the teacher Miss COCKROACH because, like, she was really rude. So, anyway, I'm like, it's fine, Miss COCKROACH is just a little mean old lady, just don't worry. And then I guess, no, she didn't overhear, actually. She didn't overhear any of it. But the only thing she overheard was me saying, it's okay, don't worry about her, she's not gonna like do anything wrong. And then she like, the teacher walks over there, she's like, I need you two outside right now. And then all the other kids are inside still. And then she's like, I hope you guys don't act like them two when you guys are in 5th grade. You're not supposed to take kids out of a crowd. That is like a really big problem for teachers to do. They can't do that. Well, anyway, we're out there, and then my friend's still crying, and I'm like, this person, like, why is she like this? And so, the teacher, and then the teacher walks out, and then she's like, come downstairs to the other girl, and she puts her hand on her back, starts pushing her a little bit to go down the stairs. And I'm like, don't put hands on her. And so then she grabs my back, starts pushing me down the stairs with the other girl, like not pushing like boo, like she's like that. And then I ran outside, and I ran outside, but my friend was already outside, and what they did is the cars would always pull in for the parents would come, and then my other friend that was a fourth grader, her mom was parked right in front of my mom. So then I went to my mom, and my mom's like, why is your friend crying? What happened? I told my mom every little detail that happened that day. My mom's like, that's it. She walks up, and then the teacher was talking to my friend that's in fourth grade. She was talking to her mom, and my mom straight up went right next to the principal/teacher in front of my friend's mom. She's like, did you know that this teacher is putting her hands on my kid and the other girl just because they were laughing getting inside from recess? Did you hear that? And then like the other mom's like so confused, like, whoa, what is going on? And then my mom walked right in there, and then she's like storming in, and the teacher's like following her. She's like, no, Brilla's mom, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. Like, she was straight up trying to say, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. No, my mom went in there, unsigned me from that school. But then the sad thing was, like, 3 days later, I didn't have a school to go to, so she just put me back in there. But there was so much tension between me and that teacher. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this story time. Hopefully you guys don't get any teachers like this. It was just a horrible experience, and I had to survive like that for like a lot of the year. And hope you guys have a good day. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.